At last, it all becomes clear.
He really ought to have returned by now.
I'm always willing to lend a helping hand.
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
A good day to you.
Oh, there's something.
All you need of me. If you want my advice, heed no advice, save your own.
What am I to do? Is that you, Norbert? Oh, fie. I got my hopes up for naught. Wait, listen. Would you be willing to search for my brother? The brave fool said he was going to look for herbs and went off into the forest. I've seen no sign of him since. I'd go and search for him myself, only... I'm not afraid of monsters. But 'twould hardly help anything if I were to run in there unprepared and get myself hurt now, would it? So I thought, mayhap you'd go in my place. You look like you could manage those woods better than I. Please, sir. I worry for my brother. Many thanks. Right. As for where I think he's gone, go into the forest and turn when you reach the tree with the bird's nest, keeping the cliff to your right. Ah, this won't work, will it? I could see the route in my mind's eye, but my feet know it better than I do. I don't think I could plot it on a map, and it's hard to describe. But my brother and I are the only ones who use that path, to my knowledge. I suppose there's only one thing for it. I'll have to show you the way. Just be alert. The monsters of the forest have changed since the dragon's attack. I'll need you to watch over me, keep me safe. You will, won't you? Right. In we go, then. My life's in your hands, friend.
We must fly to the aid of those in need.
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparations.
I've just had a thought.
I've a knack for combining materials that I hope you'll find useful. I'll craft aught I can using what's in my pack.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts. Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Seems naught ever goes right. I don't like this place at all.
I'll harvest what?
This is a good spot. Let's stop here a moment. I've camped here with my brother many a time. No doubt he caught his breath here afore moving on, same as us. Follow me. We ought press on, lest aught befall my brother.
down now.
Take care not to fall.
No room for carelessness.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be enough.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
I did my best to match your skill, Master. You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find. I'd wager our merry band can handle whatever comes.
We need only hone our skills, and in time, we shall be indomitable.
You have my support.
I could do this all day!
Can anyone hear me? Please! I need help!
Norbert, are you hurt?
Fall back, and I will heal you with my magic.
Wait right there.
With this, my magics are yours to wield. I have the same spell and will overwhelm our foes with our combined magics.
You pushed your luck too far. Now you're the prime. Monsters, they. I'd thought I was done for.
Ah, it was a near thing. How are you feeling?
I think I'll be all right. But if you hadn't come for me, Thanks, Ian.
Save your thanks, Norbert. I'm your brother. And I ought to have come sooner.
From where I'm standing, all that matters is that you made it in time. Anyway, I'm eager to be rid of this place. Let's return to the village, shall we? The sooner the better. I've got to deliver these medicinal herbs to the people who need them.
Ah, you'll hear no complaints from me. Let's be off then.
Let us proceed with caution, keeping an eye on our charge at all times.
You can do this. I know you can.
I appreciate that.
You're 10 times stronger than I'll ever be.
Knew I'd pull through in the end.
The Arisen has been drained.
This is
What manner of treasures will I find today? I can scarce wait to find out.
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment. Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
Back at last. That was an ordeal.
Aye, I'm exhausted, but I can rest after I've delivered these herbs. I'll be back soon.
Good on you. Just take care, all right? You wonder why I don't follow him? So long as he stays away from that forest, he'll be fine on his own. When my brother told me he was going to fetch those herbs, I refused to join him. Said it was too dangerous. What with the monsters acting strangely of late. And I was right. But mayhap none of this would have happened had I only gone with him. My brother is always the one taking the initiative, while I stand around with my hands in my pockets. But today's misadventure showed me that the path forward is the one with fewer regrets. Even when you can't be sure where it leads. We managed to save Norbert, and perhaps that's all that matters. Still, I can't help but wonder if I couldn't have spared him some of the pain and fear he suffered. If I'd only steeled myself sooner. So from now on, I'm going to trust in my own instincts. Ne'er again will I let fear stop me from doing what I know to be right.
With Sir Norbert safely returned, Melv shan't lack for medicinal herbs. 2 good deeds in one, you might say. Sir Gregor wishes to speak with you, Master. Shall we go to him? I take it you've some business with this person. Then pray.
Speak to me another time. I'm on duty.
Looking for work? We've got plenty going here. Aught you need of me?
Have you a different destination? Sir Gregor wishes to speak with you, Master.
Good day to you.
Hail, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word. As you can see, we're rebuilding, a task that can always benefit from another pair of hands. What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not soon forget this. Here's what I need from you. A bask of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their proximity makes the villagers uneasy. I'd like to enlist your aid in driving them away. I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them to send the saurians scattering.
A saurian nest so near the village is worrying indeed. Let us see the explosive casks there.
You'll find the explosive casks by the village entrance. Use them to send those saurians scattering.
Come, I'll lead the way. We've arrived, just as planned.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparations.
You're staring, Arisen. Has aught yonder caught your eye? My magics are at your disposal.
Let's fix this up. Rock bed balls, and I shan't resist.
My bed. Sharp resist.
Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts reeling, at least. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison into their nest. With any luck, the saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot and steer clear of the village boundary in future. But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. The villagers use that water on a daily basis. You must make sure your aim is true. Are we clear? Good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss one into the saurian's nest, and your task is done.
A single jar of poison ought to send those saurians packing. Only, do be mindful not to spill any on yourself, Master. There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few. Your aim could have been more precise, but I expect the Saurians will be discouraged nonetheless.
Whoever said this world is small must have had one eye shut. For all my travels, I have yet more to learn.
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your efforts. Though I must say, your aim could use some work. All the same, that poison should keep the beasts at bay for the time being. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
That's that then.
You've my gratitude for the work you've done for us this day. The rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace now. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the... I am a fighter myself, and should there come a time when you impress me with your prowess, I might be willing to... Very well, there is no... But I shan't take up any more of your time.
Sir, how can I be of assistance? Mind?
Pray, do not impede me, sir. I'm on duty.
Master, 'twould be prudent to rid yourself of any excess items.
Lessening our load will help to keep us light on our feet. This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit robberant for me? Oh, well, if you do pick some up...
I will use this opportunity to gather my strength.
Not a foe in sight.
I'll take the peace and quiet over a horde of enemies any day. We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Precious little time.
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of... I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Always a pleasure.
Oh, I can't complain, really.
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
Oh there. Faring all right?
You've my gratitude for the work you've done for us this day. The rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace now.
Might I interest you in my humble wares? Much obliged, sir.
Well, it takes two to make a sale. And this seller had nothing to tempt us with. Our funds are better spent elsewhere.
Well, you ought not strain yourself, not in your current state. Those burns could easily have killed you.
Well, this is no good. I can't let myself get distracted.
You a traveller? Well, I'll not pry, but I can tell you've a strong arm. I used to be a sellsword, see? Time was, I spent every waking moment perfecting my skills. If you're anything like me, once you've reached the pinnacle of your vocation, you'll want to seek out a maester. They'll be able to teach you a skill of incomparable power. If properly persuaded, that is.
What brings you here?
I've a selection of wares that's sure to please.
Ease. Hope to see you again.
Master, my heart knows no great...
My body's a tool that needs care like any other.
Just yonder. Looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises. The creature's corpse will serve us well.
You cut quite the hunter's figure. We ought to bring this to the one expecting it.
Well met. Pleasure doing business with you.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Very well. Speak with...
Some of us get complacent.
I'm in your debt, sir. You helped me learn a valuable lesson today.
Not much going on hereabouts.
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit roborant for me? Oh, so this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir. I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper-like, I'll bet.
One could not have hoped for a gladder outcome.
Thanks, sir.
Sir Gregor wishes to speak with you, Master. Shall we get...
Well met, sir. How might I be of...
Do come again.
Off to market I go.
Hail. Well met, sir. How much? Might I be of service? Do come again. Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics. Twas a fine adventure we shared. May we meet again. Shall we discuss tactics now or later?
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing... when to use...
Over many fierce battles was our bond forged.
It will be an honor to serve by your side.
What are you staring at? If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, very well. There is not, but I shan't take up any more of your...
Might I interest you in my much obliged, sir.
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
Well met, sir. It's like that. How much I aid service?
Well, you ought not strain yourself. Not.
Here at the inn, we also offer... I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself.
Shall we get some rest then?
Now we've the vim to tackle the... day ahead.
Off we go then.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Aught you need of me?
'Tis my duty to hear the people's concerns.
The sky always puts me in a contemplative mood.
If I could find a noble to take me on, I might be set. Once the day's work is done,
I follow my winds, wheresoe'er they may be.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Good. Then let us...
Might you be looking to enlist?
Do watch where you're going. You'll hurt yourself one of these days.
Goblins, Master!
Shame I've no advantage against this foe. Are we all in the same boat? A fine display of skill. I have the same spell and will overwhelm our foe with our combined magics.
That was superb, Arisen!
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with lightly. Best hope you're not one of them.
Well done.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Unbelievable!
Profitable endeavor.
Keep on like that, and we'll be done here soon enough.
A result to be proud of. Trounced our foe well and truly.
'Tis no more or less than what one might have expected.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
This spell will empower you with elemental magic.
Let me get that. Tis a glad thing we rested when we did.
We must not let down our guard.
That was a sight to behold.
I can do no less in service to the Arisen.
I like that.
Oi, where do you think you're going? Our destination is the border checkpoint. Oi, where do you think you're...
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle...
I've a pressing duty to which I must...
This is an obstacle I'd sooner be rid of. Ranged attacks are my speciality, Master. Shall I assist? Yon statue may yield new sights, if we can reach it.
I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I will make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
Just between you and me, my survey missions through the caverns and rivers.
Here in Vermont, pawns are revered as servants of the Arisen, but not so here in Batal. There, they believe that some divine flame will protect them and dispel the dragon, and that pawns embody misfortune. In that regard, our countries couldn't be more different.
Let me be...
Have you some business with me? Go on, speak. I'm not here to talk.
Treasure chest! I can hardly wait to open it.
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
Everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here. This place makes my hair stand. Should trouble occur, it is my charge to set it right. The quiet day is a welcome one.
I've got a good feeling about this one. We've got goblins!
No one can defend themselves from traps like this. What a glorious success!
Would that we might always be so in step, eh? Ah, a material. Useful things, these.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
With sleep. How troublesome. That was careless. Know your limits. Just recall, I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound. Where ought we to go now?
What is it, Master? You don't look as if you need...
If I learn anything of import, you will be the first. Is there aught this pawn might do for you?
ourselves a pat on the back.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
Perhaps a short rest would do us good.
What's this? We're trapped. A Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places.
A Cyclops. Pray, beyond a Cyclops. Our foe has been knocked off balance. Grab hold and drag it to the ground.
Run past that tree, and our quarry shall fall.
Arisen, are you all right?
You have my gratitude, sir. It seems I misjudged you. I had taken you for another Force Arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this, as a mark of my trust. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision. Well now. The road's blocked. The cart can't get through like this. A powerful current ought to set this rock to crumbling, if we could summon one.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Look here. Water is seeping through the cracks.
The sight of yon ox cart has brought all my fatigue to the fore. Shall we climb aboard?
We're setting out. Jump on if you're paid.
The sun descends. Night will be upon us soon.
We shall have to rely on our other senses. As the darkness... robs us of our sight.
We're setting out. Jump on if you've paid.
Ooh, I can't wait to find out what's inside. Did anyone else see that? Ort catches the light.
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
Goblins goblins approach!
No one can defend themselves from traps like this.
All on me if there's aught I can aid you.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
I was informed of your coming would be Arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. 'Twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the sovereign. The only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became Arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Vermont's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous council, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the council's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead. A mere puppet. However, with Your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear? Greetings. You have my fullest confidence.
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
Might you be looking to enlist?
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
'Tis my duty to hear the people's concerns.
Got any tales to liven up my day?
I end up feeling weary even after a day of rest.
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but were you the one who gave my granddaughter that medicine in Melv? I thought so. She's not stopped talking of her adventure since she arrived home. You have my sincerest thanks for aiding her. That girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other, for all my chiding. Once she gets an idea under her bonnet, there's simply no talking her out of it. Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my wares. Pray, make good use of it, won't you?
You're always such fun to
Welcome and well met. Don't think I've forgotten your discount.
Always a pleasure.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
I wish I knew your restraint, Arisen.
I've all manner of arms for sale. Come, have yourself a look.
Apologies, sir, but we've not got any archer staves or great swords in stock at the moment. Goods aren't flowing as freely as they used to, see? Seems monsters have gotten a taste for our ox carts, because attacks are on the rise. Strangely enough, 'tis the arms shipments that are being targeted the most. I just hope this doesn't mean the beasts are gaining in intellect. So far, no one's done a thing about it. And if this keeps on, my business is doomed. I hesitate to ask, but what of you, sir? Should you take interest in aiding my plight, pray speak to the guild head, Klaus.
Yeah? What is it?
Here you are, sir. From me to you.
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory. quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember. Misers die early deaths. If quality is your concern, you're in the right place. Many thanks. I appreciate it.
These writings could be of import.
Shall we take a closer look?
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Business could be better, but I've weathered worse. Stop by again soon. Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Would that the gold would only rain down on my head.
What could yon chest be hiding? I must know.
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
One day, I'm going to have proper raiment.
Need anything?
Puts me in the mood for a song, it does.
Always.
I heard a rumor that this land was once a kingdom of beastrons.
Go on, have a look. I'm just grateful to still be in business. Pleasure doing business with...
Time to be heading home.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Sit back, relax, and enjoy the finest brews in all of Vernworth.
Take this. 'Tis something I found. I wanted you to have it.
Greetings. Welcome to the Guild Hall. Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word. Forgive me, but I'm afraid we are not accepting registration for warriors or sorcerers at this time. You see, as we currently have no archer staves or greatswords on hand, we are unable to outfit new members. And we cannot simply purchase more, as the delivery of arms intended for the local armory and other guilds in this domain was plundered by goblins. So regrettably, I cannot assist you. Unless you were to procure a weapon yourself, that is. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Certain vocations are unavailable at present, save to applicants who already possess the requisite equipment. Let me see. What else can I tell you about? Methinks Roderick will be able to tell you aught of the stolen shipment. He runs the local armory, and we purchase almost all of our stock from him. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
Whence might we procure such a thing? This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
The road at your left.
Let's be ready to give the signal.
growling. A curative ought to do the trick.
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory. You'll find only and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So hope to see you again.
Hoi, friend. Klaus sent word that you've agreed to rescue some of my pilfered equipment. I'd be grateful for aught you can reclaim, truly. Fair warning. Goblins are behind these ox cart raids, I've since learned. No doubt they're hoarding the stolen arms in their den. From the tell of it, their lair lies somewhere along the Western Road. Pray do be careful. If aught were to go awry, 'twould weigh heavily on my heart. Losing my wares for good would make me sore. But no sack of gold can compare to a fellow life, eh?
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
It seems we must venture to Trevo Mine. I believe it lies to the northwest of Vernworth. Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Interested in my wares?
Greetings. Welcome to here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is methinks Roderick will be able to. He runs the local armory. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
Always a pleasure.
Well met, sir.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Need anything?
Go on, have a look.
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Let us endeavor to keep up.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.
The solution eludes me, but I'm certain there is one. Not sure what troll it.
I'm little myself to spin this. Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off a hermit.
Well met, sir. Always the same. They are. Just how I like.
Without its charms.
Whatever's to be done.
Trade favors rotation.
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
Time was, you scarce saw any beastrum. Think that'd be on it. Count of immigration, but not so. See, a child born of both races always favours the beastren. At least I've ne'er beheld a human with a beastren parent. Oh, I suppose it might be possible, but 'tis unheard of. If we keep mixing, someday our kingdom will end up with more beastrons than they've got all in Batal.
Let's take it easy today. Mine.
It seems we must venture to Trevo Mine. I believe it lies to the northwest of Vernworth. And follow me. I'll lead the way.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Follow me, if you would.
Have we purchased all that we require? We ought to review the contents of our packs, just to be sure.
More than my life.
What's this all about?
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Some of our foes are proficient at ranged attacks. They will prove most troublesome if not dealt with swiftly.
No one can defend themselves when grappled like this.
Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
You'll like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find.
A well-aimed strike, right where it hurts. alone, but together, I think we can manage it.
Arisen! Are you all right?
Prepare yourself! Arlie had the same spell that will overwhelm our foe without applying magic!
Enemy slows. Perhaps we have tired them out.
Ha! They don't stand a chance against us now!
Strike fast and that quarry shall fall. This foe is nigh unstoppable when 'tis wrong. We must do all we can to prevent it from losing its temper.
Then we best fell it quickly, or else wait till its fury subsides. Right! Fire's fury!
I've grabbed hold of our foe! Would you care for some assistance?
Make haste before I'm shaken loose!
Our foe has been thrown off balance.
Let us finish this! Bring the fiend down!
A focused attack will end this foe. At best, I shall heal you at once. Hold to your grace.
My magics are actually... How do you like that?
It seems we have enraged our foe.
A reckless opponent makes for easy prey.
Understood.
Master, watch out!
Not far to go now. Keep your focus. Our foe appears to have grown just as weary as we.
Recklessness has done them no favors. They ought to have conserved their strength. A
focused attack will end this foe.
More than that.
The tide of battle was in our favor.
More foes? I can scarce feel my arm from the last battle. A few more victories like that and we'll have them running for the hills.
Outstanding.
I shan't let them harm you.
At your disposal. There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Times must be tedious if you've resorted to challenging beasts to bouts.
Do be mindful of your surroundings.
cavern's depths lie ahead. Onward?
Narrow passages may await us. Be on your guard.
Fear not. 'Tis well in hand. From the last lot that we're not to be trifled with.
We fight. To arms!
No quarrel here.
You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find. It is overly narrow here, and ill-suited to combat.
Let us conclude our business and be quit of this place. There is naught to be gained from link.
Methinks we could move this boulder if we work together.
I say we give it a push and see what happens. This spell will empower you. Elemental magic.
When tarred, be sure to avoid open flames.
Good work.
I can do no less in service of the Arisen.
I like that.
Let me get that.
Well done, Master. And here I was hoping for some great treasure. Oh, now I... I feel a fool.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Pushing on without rest isn't ideal. I'm dead on my feet.
I fear for our chances, if we were to be set upon now. Fear not, Arisen. I'll pull through.
I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let me know if you require a guide.
The Arisen is capricious indeed. But don't despair. We shall count upon your guidance when the time comes. Naught feels quite so wasteful as coming upon a fine piece of equipment after purchasing the very same item in a shop.
I expect that's a common occurrence in our line of work. Goblins, Master!
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
This party is fit for adventure. Our strengths complement each other well.
Onward! Adventure awaits!
Indeed, you are correct.
My magics are at your disposal! Look here! A path! Is it safe, I wonder?
Pray keep your wits about you. We needn't go barging in.
Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment.
Isn't it about time we had ourselves a meal? Oh, what I wouldn't give for a bowl of hot stew. Uncommon materials can be found here, methinks.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
Heed your senses. If aught feels out of place, it could very well be a trap.
Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise. A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it? Out of the cave at last.
The air beneath the earth is stifling, to be sure.
Right you are.
could look upon this sky for all eternity, if 'twasn't for the crick in my neck.
Keep gazing upward, and you're like to stumble ere long. I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations. An abandoned campsite, just waiting to be claimed.
Surely a rest can wait till after we've examined our surroundings.
A well-aimed strike, right where it hurts.
Even if we had what to follow the road west from Berlin.
My magics are at your disposal.
I'm coming, Master!
You safeguard the Arisen, and I'll handle the remainder.
That was hard.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act in...
Alas, 'twould seem I've taken on too much.
Lessening our load will help to keep us light on our feet.
Tis a magnificent bridge.
'Twould be nice to stand here with a stiff drink in hand and admire the view.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it? This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Why, you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Ah! I see you have a great sword with you. A fine weapon. You may now change your vocation to warrior, if you wish. If you would prefer to register a sorcerer, you will need to acquire an archer staff.
I thought you might like this, so I picked it up.
Greetings. Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocation. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word.
Always a pleasure.
I can hardly wait to see you in battle, Master. You'll send the rabble reeling with a single blow.